Good morning. There's a few people out there. Good morning. Good morning. There we go. My name is Rich Good, and I am the brand new director of development for the council. And I got one fan in the audience. My story is short but interesting. I was born and raised in Everett, Washington. I was in Pack 13. I'm an Eagle Scout from Troop 13, Troop 9, and I was very active on summer camp staff and in the Cordillera. And I went off to college a few years ago, and then I worked in 5 Boy Scout councils, 3 YMCAs, and a Boys and Girls Club, and just recently returned back here to home, if you will. So I'm happy to be here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our distinguished colonels, popcorn colonels. These are the guys who make my job really, really easy. So I'd like to start by introducing Katie. Wave, Katie. Katie is the district popcorn colonel for the Pilchuck district, and she has lived in Marysville for 5 years, has strong roots in Monroe and the Sultan area. She's been part of scouting for 4 years, working as a Cub Scout popcorn colonel for 3.5. I think that qualifies her to be the district council colonel. You know, this is my first year. It's her first year of being the district colonel, and she is having a great time, right? Following Jessica, who did it before. I think Jessica's here sometimes. Next on the list is Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer B, as opposed to, yes, there we go, Jennifer B. She's been in scouting for 8 years. She's held many positions within her pack, and now she's transitioning to troop, as her son just crossed over very recently. She's very excited about that. Can't hardly wait to go camping. And she's been the popcorn colonel for her district for 3 years. And then this is a tag team, Jen and Oliver. Olivia, Oliver, you know, either way, right? Wave for that. There they are right there. I'm going to hear about that later. They started together 3 years ago being the unit colonels for their troop, and this is their 2nd year as district colonels for North Cascades. Let's see, Jennifer has 2 Boy Scouts, Star and a Scout, and then has enjoyed scouting for 4 years now. Olivia has a tenderfoot and a lion cub. And they've been involved in scouting for 8 years. Yes, they're the same thing. All right. And then finally, and then Cora. There's Cora. She has been involved in scouting for 6 years. She's managed popcorn for 4 different units at the same time. For the first 4 years, she has most recently spent 2 years helping Sean at the district level, who is her co-chair, just is not here today. You may also know her from involvement with the Christmas tree giving project. Cora. All right, and then right before I introduce Anna, the council chair, now in her 3rd year, I want to thank her son, Aaron. Where's Aaron? Aaron's right there. Aaron was our scout oath and law and pledge allegiance guy. Thank you. Last but not least, one who keeps me out of trouble. I've only been here 9 weeks. Who keeps me out of trouble is Anna. She has been part of scouting for 11 years. She has 2 boys in Troop 43 and 36. Her oldest is Life Scout. Her youngest is working on the scout rank. She has been a unit colonel for 9 years. That's something you guys all have to work towards. Look, 3 people ran out of the room. And she's been a district colonel for 5 years, and this is her 3rd year as the council colonel. And I'm going to turn the program over to Anna.
So I am not that tall. So we are going to start off by introducing Braden. Braden is our representative from Children today. Jared was unable to make it. He's going to be at a wedding popcorn. Yeah. So he's got a replacement. And thank you for training.
Hello, everyone. My name is Braden Hammond. I am subbing in for Jared Shepard, who will normally be working with you guys. But I do work closely with Jared on a daily basis, so we are both here to help you on the trails side of things. And our job is to just make sure your guys' jobs are a lot easier. We are here to provide some pretty cool tech that I'm going to go over today. But first, I kind of wanted to talk about ways that we can just think about the sale so you guys can be more successful. First off, just wanted to point out what the sale actually does fund. And that's important to talk about with the scouts when they're out, talking to potential customers, everything like that. Just feel free to list everything that the sale pays for. People love hearing about what scouts do, other than sell popcorn. So just anything from this list you can use. Summer camp, jamboree, anything. Next slide, please. But yeah, just some successful tips here. Make sure the kids stay energetic. I know they can kind of get a little crazy sometimes, but wearing your uniform out, making sure they know, what people know they're buying, what they're investing in. They're not really buying the popcorn, they're supporting the kids, right? You just get a bag of popcorn for them. So, but I really do think that, kids are out there, they're talking about what they get to spend the money they raise on, giving back to the community in some instances as well. I think is always a good thing to point out to everyone. And I don't know why anybody would say no to that. If it's explained to them, they should support it. Just ask people for their support, be direct. Don't ask about popcorn. Don't, hey, do you want to buy a bag? Just say, would you like to support me and what I want to do? And talk, if it's kids are willing to talk about it, let them talk to the people coming up to them. I don't know why anybody would say no when you got cute little kids in front of you, all saying, hey, I can go to summer camp if you buy a bag from me. Something else to note too, credit card sales are the most important thing. That just gets you guys in the units the money quicker. So we do try to promote people to square readers when possible, and I'll kind of go over that a little bit later. But credit cards get the money in your hands very quickly. So yeah, just make sure people you're bringing up always say thank you. You have the kids be respectful, have the kids say thank you too. It'll go a long way. Thanks, son. There you go. And just remember, good safety habits too. Try not to have the kids sell alone. Obviously, don't go to any stranger's house. You guys have been doing this long enough. Some of you have. Just practice best safety tricks. Wagon sales are pretty huge. Going door to door. Our data shows that 2/3 of people that if you're knocking on the door and they answer, they're probably going to buy something from a kid in uniform in front of them. So just make sure you're not afraid to get out there. Get in your areas, go to people especially if you want to take the app to work, have coworkers sign up to is one of the easier ways to do it. It's proven to be successful, and setting goals is really important too. In the app, the scout can set a dollar amount goal for themselves, and that goal can be adjusted if it's hit throughout the sale. So always have how many bags do I need to sell to hit whatever your goal is, $500, $1,000, however much you guys want to do. It's just a good idea to have a destination in mind when going out and not just aimlessly talking to people. Next slide, please. Ways to sell. You guys are probably familiar with all the ways to sell, but online direct or website is always open. It is open now. So if you have people who prefer to do online and get shipped directly to them, that's always a possibility. Wagon sales, going door to door, taking the product with you another way, with the form in hand, and then taking product back to them later. And then storefront sales, obviously the big ticket one. Staying out, make sure you're signing up for shifts and everything, and just making sure you're putting in the time and getting in front of people. That's where you're going to get in front of the most people in the shortest amount of time. So I highly recommend you sign up for storefront sales. Next slide, please. Yeah, so something that I'm pretty excited about is new this year. The unit leader portal is now mobile friendly. no longer do you have to sit on a desktop computer to access the Unlink portal. You can do it from your phone. This does not mean you use the app. It just means you open it up in a browser, whatever browser you use on your phone. It will not let you log in with your credentials in the app. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. That was one of our #1 requested things that we changed. So yeah, everything is now manageable directly from your phone while you're out in front of the storefronts. All good news. And yeah, full functionality, everything you were able to do on your desktop, you will be able to do from your phone. Yeah, and you can download the app today for the Scouts. Just a reminder that each kid does have to have their own registered account, but you can't use the same email for multiple kids. But yes, everyone still has to have their own account in the app, even if they're siblings. Just a reminder, and making sure that every scout is registered in the app is very crucial. A lot of times we see the most successful kids download the app, start getting sales day one. Logging the sales, getting familiar with it, having them use it. If you want to help them, that's fine too, but that is how we've seen the most success over the years. Back to card readers, like I said, credit cards are the easiest way for you guys to make a sale, especially with the square readers. You can manually enter credit card information, but I mean, it can be as easy as here's your bag, swipe here, and you're good to go. It takes 10 seconds. So get people in and out, and more people aren't standing in line for your storefronts. It's quick, it's easy, and data shows that people do tend to spend more money with credit cards or debit cards. It's just easier than handling cash, and it's easier on you guys not having to handle all that cash. So we try to incentivize, using the square readers, using anything that'll speed up the transaction process for you. Yeah, I think that's it for me. And I want to talk about storefronts real quick.
So, I need to use my computer. So storefronts, Trails End and myself are working together to get all the storefront locations for you guys. I have a list at home. I was going to bring it today, but I totally forgot. So I will have all your district kennels, email that list over to you of who not to contact. If they're on the list, please do not contact them. They've already been contacted by one of us. And you are welcome to talk to anybody else. So I don't know. I'm going to end this, and I'm going to show you Trails End. So this is how you are going to get your storefronts this year. You log into your portal just like mine. Will look just like this. This is actually, and then you'll click down here on Storefront Reservations. And then you go find the dates you want to start selling. So our sales are, you won't have the product for these August days. So I will have them take those out. But you'll have product for September 2nd. So if you want to sell Friday night, you click on the day. And then that's the list of everybody that's available. This is pill check. I just added the district. So Sailor C, you'll see your stores, or Cascades, you'll see yours. So and then what you'll do is you'll just say, oh, I want to go to Snohomish, and then click on that. And it automatically uploads it to your portal. And if you want to verify that it did that, you come over here to store management. Again, you find the date that you picked. And you say, Friday 2nd, okay. So you'll notice that if you click on the little arrow, shift management, it split it up. So currently you can sell 4 to 8 at that store. So if you have a scout that doesn't get home till 4 or 5, but he wants to sell, you can change this to 5, so when he gets there, or she, and then they would do the 1 hour. So it's pretty similar to last year. Did everybody use this last year? in the system. Some did, some didn't. So it's really easy. Over here, you'll talk more about this, but there are videos and stuff on how to do this. Let's take some questions about this up there.
So, yes, I've never read this. Am I issuing it for each scout or as a unit or?
You're doing it as a unit. You're getting this as your unit, and then you'll release it to your kids.
Okay, but they're not actually.
No, just you. Only you can do that.
Okay.
When is it available?
I'll go over the dates here in a little bit. That's one of the later slides.
And is everything in there so I can go in and look and see what I want?
I'll tell you when. Yeah, you can do that.
So is there any controls on it, right? So this is all the reservations, so I can go on today and I can reserve every storefront for my troop? but
No, I'll go over how we're gonna do that here in a minute. Anything else? This is just showing you literally how you take it. I'm just showing you how to take it.
Okay, so once you reserve that shift, you as a unit are responsible for providing your own tables, your own
Yes.
readers.
Yes.
your own everything.
Yeah, and just like when you sign up as a unit here, then your scouts will go in and they will be able to choose which shift, which time they want, depending on what you set up here. So they'll have to sign up through their hours for the shifts now. And you can designate it if you want one person or more than one person for that,
Yeah, you set up all the parameters in here. If you want one scout, you want two scouts there, you want it to cover the whole day's worth of sales for the entire unit. You set up all those parameters. And again, there's webinars on how to do that in here. So there's videos on how to do that. I'm just showing you and so the scouts will literally log into their portal and they'll say, hey, I want to pick this location. And I want to say you can add a scout. I don't have any scouts in here, so it won't work. But you would click here and you can do it for your scouts if you wanted to. You can say, okay, Johnny wants to do this one. If a parent is having issues logging in and doing that. So, and then you have this is also how you manage your sales. So you would do your cash here. So when they sell $100 of popcorn that you handed them, you would say cash due from Scout, you click here, you type in $100. And you hit submit, and that means you took their money from them, and this, you can run reports and everything, so you know that everything zeroes out and balances. And then this is where you would figure out your inventory. So you have your quantity at unit listed here, and then you check it out to the site here, and then you would check it back in here. From unit or 2 units. So like from unit means it's going to the site. 2 unit means it's coming from the site back to you. And if you needed to do an adjustment, so like if something was damaged, you can do that. Yeah. And you would just hit adjust. Pretty simple.
You showed where a 2-hour shift could be put down to 1. What about breaking the 2-hour shift into 2?
You can do that as well.
Okay, so if you adjusted 1, you can add another to fill in the time, the whole time, the 4-hour time, for instance.
Yes, you can create multiple shifts. So you can do all 1-hour shifts, and just automatically does it the 2 hours. So you set it how your unit wants to do it. So those little lines, they only sell an hour's worth at a time. You can say, okay, I'm doing 10 1-hour shifts or whatever you want to do. I really do this unit. Okay. Anything else?
And the one that you picked, get the whole day. It's not just like a 2 hour time. It's the whole, day of shift.
Yeah, it's all day shifts. You don't get half day shifts. Sorry.
If you go in, sign up as a unit, what is the point of going in and then deciding, well, we have to do this and do this? That just sounds like an extra added work to us. You need to sign up.
Well, Johnny wants all his credit, right?
Well, if Johnny wants all of his credit, so they just do it through their app. Like, why do I have to go assign it to it?
Because that's how he's gonna sell his popcorn through his app. I don't
You
wanna,
don't have to assign it. They can go in and do it.
they can find their own site.
Sometimes a parent has trouble getting in at a meeting. You can go in and just assign it to that kid right there, but generally one.
I had one dad, he was an awesome dad, he did everything I asked him to do and everything. Technology was not his forte. And so I just said, gotcha covered. And I said, here, he's in, click. And so that's, I was able to help that dad out who was technology challenged. You also want the kids to find the location so that that location will go into their app. So when they sell their product, it will go to their account.
So I think what your question is why to assign a scout. And the reason you don't, it will go to your troop, but you don't know who said what. So the kid can't run surprises and everything else. So you could say, hey, we're gonna split the day, but then you have to go in and see what scouts.
So not like last year, they had their app on their phone, and as they made their sales,
That would be
They-
You did that as a wagon sale.
yeah, they just had the wagon zones, like,
Yeah.
put in their cash, they put in their pay. So if they did that, then why do I have to still go assign each store, I just think it's more added work and.
It's really not added work, I promise. I did it last year. I did it every single night. We did 3 shifts a day. It's really not that much work. So you can do it wagon sales the way you're talking. Okay, but this way I can actually log in and say, hey, I checked out 10 days of caramel corn to that site. And then they sell 5. I'm like, they're running low. I'm gonna throw some popcorn in my car and then run it down to the store and check out another 10 bags because we want that product moving. So it is actually easier to manage the storefront and your inventory.
I like it that way too, because we had people who left their popcorn in their carts when the scouts went to go on that, so all of a sudden we have to make popcorn or just get that, and so for inventory wise, it's nice to know what to check out, check back. in what scouts are doing.
Yeah, so at the end of the night, Friday night, everything comes back to me. I say, okay, hey, I have this dollar amount. And everything adds up. Okay, cool. Set it up, check it out for the next day's shift. So. And
Back up that it's actually easier to do a storefront, because if they're doing wagon sales, then you have to transfer to each separate boys account.
Yes.
Instead of to the site itself, so you only have to transfer to the site instead of to 12 boys accounts. Does that make sense?
yeah,
So it's actually simpler to set it to the site.
and you can also, my unit last year, we checked out popcorn to the kids directly and they were responsible for it at the end of the sale.
Yeah.
So when we say, okay, you got 10 bags of popcorn, you have to either sell it or buy it yourself, and it's not coming back to me, so. We just have a little contract that the parents and the kids sign.
So is this, the only way that they're gonna be doing the site reservations, not the site of Judy's thing?
Yes. Anything else?
So it'll only show what's currently available?
Yes, only what's currently available. Yes. Oh, I guess I got one more. Sorry. I thought it was later. So this is actually how you're gonna reserve your location. So on Monday, July 18th, if you sold, hold on, let me go through this and we'll go over it. So Monday, July 18th, if you sold $20,000 or more, you will get to pick 2 locations. If you, on the 19th, same thing. Continue on. Starting the 22nd, if you're below 10,000, you get to start picking 2 per day.
So this, because troops like perhaps who didn't get to sign up later get less chance to sell. Yeah, that's very backwards.
So, yes, and you'll get that. It's just a bonus for, the scouts worked hard and we are giving them
But let's say
a bonus.
our pack worked really hard. There's only like 5 kids in it. There's no way our pack kids will reach 20K.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, I would like to see a pack with 5 kids so they're trying to scoop up all the good spots first, get the good things.
Okay. They're not gonna get all the good sites, so. We did it. I'm not, this is the way it is, I'm not arguing about it.
So pack that didn't sell last year because it's a new pack and they really had trouble. We can't even reserve anything.
You can reserve starting on the 22nd, and it's 5 districts, so it's not throughout the entire council, it's 5 districts, so it's only in your district. And there's only 10 units that sold 10,000 or more. So they're only gonna get 4, they're only gonna get a few more. And they get a bonus for selling. So the one in the green had a question.
Yeah, I have a question about the question earlier about the sales, about the square readers, is that something that the district or the council officers is giving, like?
No, you have to get the squares yourself, the square readers.
I had a question about that. So you do the square readers, it works great when you have cell phone reception. How does it work when you don't? Because there's quite a few areas where I live, there is no cell phone reception. I can't open the app. And the people line, and
I don't have a workaround that, unfortunately, it's cell service, because I have the same problem. In my area where I live, I don't have very good cell service for like 2 miles before I get home. So if we go door to door, we either do cash or we work it out with the person and they have to meet you somewhere, or they trust you, they can give you your card number, and you type it in later. So we don't have a way to do it.
it doesn't work off.
There are Bluetooth readers as well that would just
Because
pair.
they don't have internet.
I mean, I have, like, my house is nothing without Wi-Fi. Nothing, I can't make a phone call, I can't use the internet, nothing.
Yeah,
The whole, like, neighborhood would not work without good service.
Yeah, I have the same thing in my, where I unless I'm on my Wi-Fi, my phone doesn't work. So,
There's no way to like enter the data offline or anything.
you can always manually enter the credit card info, but yeah, if you're not getting app service, then that's a whole different issue.
So a suggestion would be to do cash, and then you take the cash and use your own credit card when you get home to pay for it, and then get the credit card saved.
But it's not cheating now.
no,
You get more credit card sales, you also get more points to that day.
You get more points. to
But
save credit
anyway, it's
card sales.
cheating.
it's not cheating. It's not cheating, because you would have, no,
No.
it's not cheating, because you would have ran the credit card if you had that ability. I do not consider that cheating.
No, and it allows me not to have concern that have the students to have.
Yeah, then the unit leader doesn't have to worry about the cash. So, Lady of the Blue here next.
Yes. It says 2 reservations, but if you sell less than 25, we'll give you 1 reservation at that point on the 18th, but you have to wait until the 22nd
You have to wait till the 22nd
to do any, okay.
to do it, yeah. After the call, and then,
So for the 20,000 and above, they only get 2 reservations, that's for the entire sale, all 3 months. of sale.
yeah, so they could pick, only 2 days, so like we saw my whole checklist. On that one day, there's like 7 spots. Or 8 spots, something like that, so it's per, you only get 1 location one day.
And even if it's sold 20, they don't get another bite at the apple for 10,000. 2 years later.
They do. Yeah, so they'll get two. So they'll get, so if you sold 20,000 above, you will get, hold on, you're all talking about what they can't get. So if you sold 20,000 above, you're gonna get 8 spots. So you potentially could pick one day's worth of sites.
And what time of day you open up?
I believe it's 9 a.m. on our time. I will verify that and have them meet.
Could you limit the high sales units from taking the same spot? Eight slots, they can block out at one location.
Yeah, good.
I can look into that.
Because there's a couple of locations in South St. Lucie district that are some of the very, very best. And
I get
if
it.
the high sales unit blocks it out completely, it'll be really good.
I can look into that.
I would limit them to control.
Can one of my team members write that down for me to look into, please?
We'll let them look out.
Anything else?
And I'm,
Say that again?
What time? Midnight?
No, I believe it's 9 a.m. I'm gonna verify that. I believe it's 9 a.m. that one,
Well, we can edit it.
and you'll have it for 24 hours.
Yeah, July, we say you have something.
Yeah.
Turn on the computer at 9 a.m.
Yes. Yeah.
And the 20K with DK, that's a total, right, online and traditional.
Yes. Yes, it's all combined. Yeah.
and you might want to remind me, this is only for the stores that we are setting up.
Yes, it's only for the stores we are selling up, and again, they'll send an email to you of what stores they're going to be,
They can find their own stores.
and you can find your own stores. That's that. So,
Do we have visibility of the list starting on the 18th? Even if I can't make a reservation, I can still see the list, so I can strategize. So exactly 9:01 on Saturday the 30th, I know exactly which stores I want to go to.
I believe so.
Like,
I believe so. This is all new to me this year too, so I've never had Sheldon help us do this before, so this is all new. We're trying it out. I believe you can see them, I just don't think you can click on them. So I will, but I can verify that as well, so you make me a note.
So, see, like when we pulled up, it was 4 o'clock on Friday, right? Say my scout who's homeschooled can take that storefront, like, can we go up to Walmart and be like, can we sell popcorn on Thursday or Friday before?
No, because they were already contacted for all week.
Why can't we, like, why am I kicking, you know? Why can't he go in earlier? Like, why can't we keep contact?
Because, so we contacted them and said Monday through Friday,
Why don't we
these
start
times.
this up, like, times like Thursday or Friday?
If the store allowed us to, then yes.
Did you even like ask for tonight? I know a lot of.
We did, we asked everybody, we asked for Monday through Saturday, or Sunday, whatever. We asked for all 7 days. We did.
So there will be some on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night?
Some, the stores that said yes.
How many stores are there that would do, you know, or even in the middle of the day? We get homeschool and stuff. You know, noon would work better than 4 o'clock at night.
And you probably wouldn't have very many people there, so.
I think you'll have lots of people, you know, stores there. There is. Even the
So you see here, in September, on September 5th, they, oh,
Our best location.
No, if they're not on the list, but don't contact me.
So we actually have a location that our unit has gone to, and we get the best sales there. We can sign up for presentations. So
We, the colonels are gonna be sending, she's gonna send us the list, and we're gonna be sending it to you of the ones that they have contacted. If they have not contacted, then you can contact the store to see if you can sell.
so you can see here, September 5th, Monday, there's eight locations right here. I believe these times are wrong. I have to tell them because they only ask for evenings Monday through Friday.
So there is no like store upstairs? So
This week, all the Safeways said yes.
starting at 2?
Looks like starting at 2 o'clock. So we ask, and the store managers and stores, they're the ones that tell us yes or no.
You'll have some like, certain- hopefully.
Some stores will say yes, and some stores will say no, and whatever they say. Not everything's in here because I have a whole list at home that I called, and a lot of people said yes to me first. So not everything's in here yet.
Okay, let's say, I picked up the day for my tax, with the rocket launch day, we can't do it. So we drop it, will there be a notification, like, hey, there's a new site available? Or should we like, say, talk to Sean for us, so they can spread the word?
So there is not a notification that says something was released back yet. So you as a unit can go in every day and look and say, hey, is there anything on the fifth? You know, that's the day I'm looking for more places. And you can go in and do it. And that is a good point. If you are not going to use your spot, you want to release it back to Trails End. So that you go to storefront management. And then you'll click on the location here. And you'll click on this red garbage can. And it says release. And it releases it back so another unit can go find it. So I stress that if you have somebody called in sick, you know, and you're like, I can't get 2 kids there that day. Release it back so other people can use it.
Units have to take an entire day. I've done that in the past. So you used to get like a 4-hour shift on Saturday morning.
You have to take the whole day. So if you find that you're not going to use the second half of the day, you could email your district colonel and say, hey, we're only going to be here till noon. If somebody wants to take from this time on, then you can be nice and do that. But yes, all day shifts.
Real quick, is there are going to be webinars and videos on all of this stuff. Storefronts, you know, the app, the Unilever portal, anything that you guys will have a question on, we do have, there are going to be videos. Typically, we did in the past, we do what, that hour or so long webinars. We have decided to, not everybody has time to sign up, you know, if it's, you know, in the evening or in the middle of the day for work, we understand that. So we're going to make short videos that you can go watch on your own time too, that break up into smaller segments. So you're not sitting in front of your computer for hour plus, you know, trying to take all this information in. You can go into our training page and hit the videos, you know, on your own time, whenever you feel comfortable doing that. But we do encourage even, you know, the veteran unit leaders, please freshen up. The more you know, the easier, you know, your life will be if you know, it's second nature to you. So that will start on July 9th. And then they will be on this page on our website. You sign up for them. Like I said, something else that's new though, that I'm pretty excited about, we're starting this thing called open office hours. So every Wednesday at 7 p.m., starting July 27th, through into November 9th. You can go onto our Facebook page and there will be someone there live chatting with all of you to answer any questions every Wednesday evening. Becky and the team out there that puts all these together, they are a great part of our staff and they are very knowledgeable about everything. So please ask questions whenever you can or whenever you need to. They're here to help.
That would be 4 o'clock our time.
4 o'clock, yes, that is Eastern. Sorry, yeah, 4 o'clock Pacific.
Well, last year we had several issues, and you guys were doing updates or software updates during the sale, and there was no communication with the software updates, so we were having issues with our sales, trying to log in and everything else, so we were having to take cash and write down manually
Mhm.
So. That's my software update.
Right, yeah, and we've heard that, especially, the first couple weekends when everyone is out there and using the app, we have expanded our resources a little bit. High traffic times, you might still see some slowness. I'm not gonna say there's not gonna be any issues, but we have noted that and we have expanded on the IT side of things, to make sure that hopefully that doesn't happen as much as it did last year. But yeah, please do the open office hours. Any questions, they'll be able to answer live via chat, so it should be a good time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. There's one thing.
So when it comes to online sales, when somebody buys it and that needs to ship to their house, are you still, last year you were limited, you couldn't send overseas or to Japan? Are you still limited?
I believe so.
I believe so,
Yeah.
yeah, fortunately. I wish, because my cousin's in Japan.
Right.
I haven't seen the answer yet. When it comes to hero donations, what we're gonna call them this year, how are we gonna handle it? There's a lot of confusion last year about how the hero donations got used to buy popcorn for hospitals.
How is it gonna be used? What do you mean?
How can we, so when we get donations, are we, as units buying popcorn this year on our own, use that donation money?
No. So if you get $1 for a donation, you put it in the office, you get $1.
Okay.
We as a council have a program we use, it's Angel Soldiers, I believe, is what it's called. And we will donate popcorn to that
Okay.
using the dollars that you guys raised.
If someone comes up to you, I want to make a donation directly to your pack, not like to the folder. How is that different? Like, you still enter that into sales ed or?
Talk to your treasurer and your unit commissioner and your charter organization on how you want to do that. So next I will have Jennifer come on up and she will talk about some fun stuff. This is the fun.
Hannah, you got one more?
Oh, one more, okay, go ahead.
I just have a quick question. After the last couple of years, so it seems like we go through our conference season and we have a hit day, and then council come back and say, oh, we're gonna sell for another 2 weeks.
We are not doing that this year because we're getting all our product the week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So this is the end. We did that, not last year, the year before, my first year, we just said, hey, we've got a lot of product left over, let's let everybody get a few more sales, so that was more or less to help you guys get rid of product. And then last year, I don't think we extended it last year, or did we?
Yeah.
They all blended, but this year, no, we actually extended it prior. So we're starting Labor Day at Storefront, so
We'll have enough.
we'll have extra weekends, yeah, so. A lot more stores and a lot more weekends.
She's the one to talk about prizes, which is what all the kids are about anyways. Okay, so there's 2 different types of prizes, right? There's the awards through Trails End, which are the Amazon gift cards, and then we have the council level prizes. Sorry, they don't let me stand up here with the microphone very often. So through Trails End is the Amazon gift card, and it goes to the email address that's on file for that scout. So typically parents, that's you. It is based on points versus dollar sales. So your credit and debit card sales earn you 1.25 points, whereas cash sales are dollar for dollar. And then to get a gift card this year, it's a minimum of 500 points, which really isn't that bad. It's 25 bags of $20 product. So it's pretty doable. And that's if it's cash. Obviously, if you're doing a debit or credit card sales, then you earn that much faster. For council level prizes, we're doing the typical one sale, you get a patch. This year, our theme matches up with day camps theme, which is what, Wild Wild West? $650 club this year gets a Nerf gun. $1,100 club, you get your, we're either doing the 2 tickets, 2 silver tips, or the BB gun. And then the $1,100 club also gets the special popcorn shoulder patch. $5,000 in sales gets you a lock-in party. $10,000 gets you a $500 gift card to Great Wolf Lodge. And $20,000 in sales gets you a $1,000 gift card to a destination place. In the past, it's been Disneyland. This year, we opened it up to do wherever you want to go. You want to go to Great Wolf Lodge, you can pick one. And then products, prices did go up this year. We didn't have much choices with the inflation, cost of fuel, et cetera, et cetera. It just costs more money to ship it out here this year. So, all right. Okay, so couple big changes. The sweet and savory this year is white cheddar and kettle corn instead of the salted caramel. That one's $45. Chocolate pretzels are still $25, and they are only, again, are only available through online direct or take order because they don't ship out until what, October? October, yeah, because we don't want them out. Salted caramel is $25. Blazing hot is 20. Now, blazing hot is the one that will not be available for take order. So what you only get to sell that one on hand or via online direct, so that it ships to them right away. So that one is the one special case, is the one flavor that, and then unbelievable butter is 25. White cheddar is 25 now. The kettle corn is also 25. Popping corn is still 15, and then the classic caramel corn is also now 15. So we're no longer at a $10 item. And of course, online we still have the extra. If they do the online direct, as usual, there's jerky and pretzels and besides popcorn. Yes.
The snowflake pretzels, when do those stop selling?
Say again.
The snowflake pretzels, when did they stop selling? We were out like right away.
That's a really great question for you.
Yeah, when do they stop selling?
Yeah, because I mean, I tried to order another box for like the second week of sales, it was out.
I'll have to give it to you. I'm not sure. With the additional products, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to have your.
Last year they sold until they ran out.
Yeah, I know some of the stuff we do have limited supply. We're everything going on with full transparency. There's some vendors that just opted out not to produce the stuff that we get our producers from. So it just depends on what we can supply for our guys. Yeah, I'll have Jared.
And then this year we do have this really cool, and we'll get it on the website for popcorn kernels, this allergy chart. So if somebody wants to know, hey, I'm, gluten sensitive, whatever, what can I have? This can be handy dandy.
Can you go back to that one?
We'll send this out to you too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the popcorn, council popcorn website as well.
I'll make sure to share it to the non-bigger popcorn Facebook.
The Facebook page. Okay, thanks, David. Yep, so how do we order the things? If you have never done ordering popcorn before, then you need to get with your district colonel, and they can help you determine how much of what to order. Trails End does have an auto populate, so if they're like, oh, sure, this year, it's based on council sales, and you can adjust it from there. Nothing is final until you get that final submit button. You can play with it all day long. Keep in mind you're ordering by the case count. And I'll go through that list here in just a second of how much comes in each case. That information is also in the guidebook, which is on the council popcorn page. Make sure that when you are ordering, you're keeping in mind that it's cases, not bags. Yeah, that was- Okay, and then take orders are by bags, right? So when you do your initial order, it's by the case. When you do your take orders at the end of the sale, that will be by bag, but it also specifies, like, it lets you order it that way. Personal note that I pass on, make sure you push order on time. Otherwise, you don't get welcome. So it sucks to have to beg in the road and steal from people. This year they made us this handy little chart. Shall we come pick up your popcorn? If you know how many cases you have, you know which size vehicle to bring, or how many trips you're making with the vehicle that you have. That was cool. Okay, you guys probably want to know how much comes in what, right? Sweet and savory is a box and it's individual, so it's one per case. The chocolate pretzels don't come in a case because they're available only by take order. Salted caramel is a case of 12. Unbelievable butter is a case of 6. Blazing hot is a case of 8. Same thing with the white cheddar. Yeah, it's on this page and it's in the guidebook that's online. Okay. Sweet and salty and the classic caramel corn are 12 count cases, and popping corn is a case of 9.
How do you find that? Do you have like? Is it on the Mount Baker popcorn page?
Yeah, it should be.
Mount Baker Council. Yeah.
So go to Mount Baker Council's website, and then it's under fundraising, I believe.
So there's a QR code out there, that's to the popcorn, operator popcorn page, and it's on that page.
So yeah, you can scan the QR code out in the lobby, or if you Google Mount Baker BSA.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Is the popcorn in bags or jars?
It should be in jars again. They're plastic.
I agree. Chargeable.
Does anybody have any other questions regarding products or prices?
So I'm just noticing on the app that the online direct prices are still left the same prices as last year. So those, because I saw wagons updated for the new prices, but the online direct is still the old pricing from last year. Is that going to change on August 1st?
Oh, look at that.
We'll look into that.
There I noticed the BB gun maybe had a date as an alternate price of 1,100. I feel like it's 800 set because I felt like it was happy one. I don't like the dirt big, to be honest. Are there other ones that you get instead?
Not for the 650 prize. That's why we do the silver text tickets. There is not an age limit. It's kind of what the parents decide. If you think about it, they're all allowed to shoot BB guns once they're, even the Lions are now at camp, are allowed to do the BB guns. So, and it's just like, as far as scouting age appropriate, and it's an at-home prize. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's up to the parents, whether they want their scout to be able to have that at home. Like at my house, I live in a residential area, you're not getting BB guns, sorry. We'll take the silver text tickets. So.
But they're giving you all transfer their 650 for the dirt bag?
No.
The price went up, did the package size stay the same as last year? If people coming out and they're like, hey, it's more and it's less, is that like the thing or?
There is only one that is smaller, and it is the Salted caramel went from 20 ounces to 16 ounces. Everything else stayed the same.
Earlier, I'm sorry, I forget the name, but I heard you say almost one product. That statement or?
Say that again?
Your partner here in the class had a product earlier. That we're only selling one product.
Oh, no, we were only having issues with one product. And that was the Blazing Hot. That one is available only for in-person sales. Like, you're gonna order it, you're gonna sell what you have, we're not doing takeovers on that one. Which is, so it's kind of the opposite of the chocolate pretzels.
On the blazing, so it will still show in the app for the kid when he goes door to door, he or she goes door to door. So when, it will still show, so if they don't physically have it, you tell them not to sell it. If for some reason they do sell it, pull it out of your inventory right away, because that is the one that we are having a problem. So make sure that order is fulfilled ASAP.
You know when the council gets the upgrade, a lot of it's still 2024.
In the next 3 to 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Sue.
I'm on vacation the next 3 weeks, so, and I have to get it, so we're trying.
By the start of the sale, it'll be.
Before, yeah.
The boss speaks before the start of the sale. Does anybody else have any other questions regarding these things? Okay, yeah, back to you.
All right, we are going to ask Mr. Rich to come up. It's his turn. You can give him a hard time if you want. He's new. He's only been here for what, 2 months now, I think?
This is the end of my 9th week.
End of his 9th week, so we thank him for coming on because he's been a big help.
I can talk about bonus structure. So, she's gonna put my slide up so everyone can see it. And I was just on the council website looking at the leader status, so it's there. But you're right, whoever said there's 2021 all over it, it does. But the 2022 guide is there and it's got all this information in it. So, did you find it? Okay, so everybody understands the basic percent, 30% that they get, yes? Any questions about that? Good, excellent. So there's a way to earn an extra 10%. And there it is right there. You have to, the first 5%, the first, money here.
He's new, remember?
The first 5%, or the 5%, you need to be here. So you guys are part, you're 1/3 of the way there. You need to turn all your paperwork in on time, so we don't have to come and chase you down in the far reaches of the council. So you get all that into the system, and any paperwork that's got to be turned in, all this got to be turned in by the end of the sale. Actually, September 30th. You must sell $100 more than you did last year, or 15,000 in total sales. So for some of the folks that are new, it's not that hard, right? Okay. And then for the 5% bonus for online sales, and I can't remember the statistics, it's like 80% of all of our sales actually are done through the online part, which is a fabulous thing because nobody's dealing with money and cash and that kind of stuff. But for the actual online sale where somebody orders it, it's sent back. But to do that, you have to sell a minimum of $1,000 or $1 more than was done last year. Questions? Yes.
You just said or, but on the paper it says with. So it says we have to sell 1,000 and $1. Can you clarify?
Yes.
It's $1 more than last year, or with a with a minimum of $1,000. so minimum you have to do $1,000, but
But if last year you did
if we did $3,000
$1,200,
last year.
you had to do 3,001. Okay,
Thank you.
other questions? Yes.
All right, so talking about these sales from last year, is that traditional sales plus online sales?
No,
Okay, like,
they're separated up.
They're two separate things. So you get 5% for the traditional sale if you meet these three requirements. And then on the online sale part, you get 5% for it. You have to sell at least 1,000 for $1. Yes, sir.
So we had a question on the wording of pay. That's funny that you said, but we were wondering what does direct to ship?
Direct to ship.
Yes.
So when you buy online, one of your customers goes online and says, I want a bag of caramel corn, and they pay for it online, it's shipped directly to them. It never goes through the hands of the scout or the unit or the council or anything, straight to them.
Okay, thank
you. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Are they going to have free shipping at any time, or are they going to have a minimum where they can get that free shipping?
Yes, this year it is $70.
$70 minimum to get free shipping.
If they do like the donation to the military, they buy one box of popcorn and then the rest
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
military.
if you want to round up with the donations, it's $500.
That works. Any way, shape, or form. Yes.
I noticed that it says on the sheet, no returns this year, where last year we had 10% of our initial order.
So here's the deal. Our return rate was so small last year, it really makes no sense for us to take anything back. But the colonels are very aware of this, district colonels are very aware of that. So when they're monitoring levels in each unit, if it looks like a unit has a bunch of product, they're gonna call them and say, do you really have all this product? And if you do, then you should, let's move it to somebody else. So we will help make that happen. But in most cases, it just simply wasn't an issue. It was such a small number of units that had stuff they wanted to get back. And basically, that's how we handled it. Yes.
In this last year, we took all of our military money and we paid off our popcorn. And our boys went to the fire stations and we donated it to the fire stations using our popcorn money for the military to pay for it, to pay it off. So we didn't return anything in the 5 years that I've done.
So we can't know that as a council.
Okay, well, I'm done with that.
Okay, just say.
Thanks for not saying that. Appreciate that. Yes.
I appreciate it. We used to order 100% last year's sales different than last year, but do we get other orders throughout the season, or do we get one additional? Our number of scouts are selling is 2-3 times than last year, so are we gonna have a chance to do other orders through the season?
The short answer is yes. We want you to keep selling popcorn. And if you truly have a lot more scouts than you did last year, talk to your colonel and we can probably help you get more in your initial order. It's all about scouts selling popcorn so they can go to camp and all the other fun stuff. Okay. Oh,
Do you know the dates when you're gonna have additional orders?
we're doing one order at the end, right?
For sure, one order at the end. We as a council are ordering 100% of what you guys sold last year at the very beginning. So our district colonels will have inventory for you. So you go sell that first weekend, you run out, call them, they will have popcorn. And then when they start, before they start running low, I will be placing another order. So it's not a mid order for you, you guys are every single day can order from them. Not in your system. Does that make sense?
All about kids selling popcorn. If we get back to the 2018 level, we'll be so happy.
Another $1 million year.
Another $1 million year. $1 million year would be great.
Yeah, I think that Emma just challenged you to sell out your software.
So we have to order. We can order whenever we want. So if we start running out early on, we'll get more popcorn. And we'll let you know.
Okay, what's next, Dana? Oh, distribution sites. Oh, can I do this part? Order these?
All right, so here's our order dates. For the show and sell, you need to have all your orders in by August 7th. Pickups will start on August 25th. North Cascades, you will be on the 26th on Friday. So because we have to play musical chairs with popcorn. Again, sell all your popcorn, and if you need popcorn throughout the sale, talk to your district colonel. I will make sure they're stocked up. You just have to sell it, and you have to contact them. Take orders will be due October 29th. And then it's coming in on Wednesday, so depending on the amount, which really shouldn't be a whole lot, because you're gonna, so, or you're gonna give it to them as you sell it, honestly. And then, it shouldn't be a whole lot, but at November 16th, if we have product come in, we'll, and then district colonels will again talk to you about dates to come and times to come pick it up. Any questions? What? Sure.
Are you gonna be needing help in the warehouse wherever
Your district colonels will probably recruit you. What unit are you? Pack 777, you gotta help her. Anybody else want help? If you want to come help sort popcorn, we won't say no. So, and you get your popcorn faster. Any other questions about these dates? Again, North Cascades, yours is all a day behind the other two districts. Sorry.